Davis-Wade Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. Basically a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe, some interesting storylines setting up in this one.
The Missouri head coach told me before the game, this team has continued to shine, and he said his message to them in the locker room before the game was, this is our opportunity. They were not ranked to start the season and have continued to play their way into the conversation, but every week gets a little harder. He wants intensity and focus right out of the gate to prove to the world we belong, and we're going to keep making noise this season. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quarterback may change this route. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
To the air, it's Swan. Makes the catch. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to Fluff. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Right back to him on the ground. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
It's caught. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got his man. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. Picks give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Dropping back, it's Swan. Got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball's only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Gets it out quickly. Lowers those pads. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running is able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
On 1st down, it's Hardy again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, and 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing, his contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
Caught in the backfield, it's Lee. Good throw and catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Hardy. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Missouri!
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
The extra point here would tie the game. And the extra point was good. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Looking for a man. It's Swan. Complete on the left to Williams. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Williams. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This is why there's a lot of receivers that go alligator arms and they start tiptoeing over the middle of the field because you don't want to be living where these big physical linebackers are. This guy, though, completely fearless, crosses the defender's face. He makes the catch, gets absolutely laid out by the linebacker, but he holds on anyway.
And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
It's too bad because these receivers are winning outside one-on-one. If this offensive line can just give their quarterback a little bit more time, there are some plays to be had.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Sweet. Looking to throw again. Wide open downfield. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, Bulldog. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Trying to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
And as you start to settle into games as a play caller, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. Find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hardy. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
From the gun, give to Hardy. They knock him down right there.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. Firing to the right, complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Here's Hardy. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Missouri!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. They'll start on the ground with Pluff Bothwell. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Swan. That's caught by Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. He goes right back to the air. Both men going for the ball, and it's intercepted. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll send the back in motion. Throwing Simmons. Finds his tight end. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. And the Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. The give to Hardy.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Simmons. Makes the grab. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, but he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
Simmons fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
I think we're getting an idea of how good he can be. Like, this tight end has 5 catches already. We're still in the first half, but finding a way to get open, different parts of the field, reading zone, beating man coverage. This guy's been a matchup problem.
He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Right back to it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Scanning the field, it's Swan. Makes the grab, it's Johnson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Might be calling a hot route. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He'll take it himself. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with the Northwestern Wildcats taking on the number 3 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's the Wildcats looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Hardy again. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. Now here's Simmons. Lets it fly. Wide open, he makes the catch. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Got his man on the right. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Oh, he's got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Snagged out of the air, and he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking to throw, it's Swan. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw again. It's complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. They'll go with Bothwell. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Here's Simmons to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Simmons from the gun on third down. Spits it out to the back. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They go right back to Hardy. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. It's complete on the right side. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is third down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the fourth down.
He splits the uprights. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Buff Bothwell. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll line up trips to the right, the fourth receiver on the left on 2nd and 1. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Swan. It's complete to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Unloads it left. It's caught downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
Wants to throw on first down. Right on the money. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. pulls it in. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking downfield, it's Swann. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. He'll try to tack on one more.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Missouri's offense heads out and ready to go. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't.
Snags it, and there's running room. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fights off a defender. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
I mean, how about it, guys, right? I mean, we're up here in the booth. We can't believe they decided to go for it on 4th down with the lead. We thought maybe, okay, he's just going to come up and try and draw them off sides and get a cheap one, get a cheap 1st down. But no, this coaching staff, they decided to go out and not just go for it, throw for the 1st down, and they get it. I guess that explains why they're down there on the sidelines and we're up here in the booth.
Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. There's a crease. Kept it on the ground with that RPO, and it'll be enough to pick up the first down and pick up the victory. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. They'll run it with Hardy. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Let's see what the offense dials up on 3rd and goal. Even with this lead, they're going to toss it again. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.